The former governor of Kano State, Ibrahim Shekaru, has formally dumped the New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP) for the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Shekaru, the senator representing Kano Central District in the Senate, also announced that he has dumped the senatorial ticket of the NNPP. Shekaru declared that his action was grounded on the motive to restore justice and fairness in Nigeria. He also assured of readiness to mobilize his supporters across the country to guarantee the victory of Atiku Abubakar by next year's presidential election. Well, to speak more on this, legal expert and political affairs analyst Liberos Oshoma joins me now. Well, it's good to have you join us on the news. Now, if you can hear me, defections are not new in Nigeria politics, but what makes Shekaru's case peculiar is that he moved from the APC to the NNPP and now to the PDP. What do you make of this?
Yeah, it is normal. It's not novel for somebody like Shekaru. If you remember, Shekaru, that was the first time even that he was working closely with Kwankwaso of the NNPP. He actually, defeated Kwankwaso in an election. And since that time, it's been very, very obvious that the two cannot work together. But remember, Shekaru was in ANPP that eventually merged to APC. The moment Kwankwaso joined the APC, Shekaru moved to PDP and was appointed a minister by Goodluck Jonathan's government. So when Kwankwaso fell out with the APC and moved back into PDP, Shekaru moved into, the APC. So now that Kwankwaso is out of the APC and PDP, one had thought that, they would work together for the first time, but that's not to be. And so it would be an advantage for the incumbent governor, Ganduje, who, because in Kano there are three strong political gladiators: the Kwankwasia movement, Shekaru, and then the Ganduje. But unfortunately now that Shekaru had moved out of the NNPP and moved into the PDP, so it would be easier for Ganduje to have his way, because one would have expected that ordinarily if they had worked together, if Shekaru had worked with Kwankwaso, would have been, they would have given Ganduje or his candidate a run for its money in APC. But now that they are further divided, the ranks, so you're just going to have all the votes in fraction with the power of incumbency working in favor of the current governor.
Well, all right, now, which then brings me to the question of what does the culture over the years of cross-capital say of politics in Nigeria and the quality of good governance, say, in the past years?
I didn't get that part, please.
If you can hear me, I asked what the culture of cross-capital say of politics, in Nigeria and the quality of good governance over the past years.
Yeah, what that says, this issue of cross-capital, what it means really for Nigeria is that you have politicians who are inconsistent. It also shows that Nigerian politics is bereft of ideology. That we cannot say enough. So even if there is an ideology at all, it is just one ideology, an ideology of self. And that is why it is easy for them to move from one party to the other or go form a new party altogether. So with what had happened, like I said, a lot of people expected it, and definitely more cross-capital are going to come. So it's all about self, where personal interest is guaranteed. And that also has further reduced the quality of governance that is out there. So the way the politicians are jumping from one party to another, so also is their supporters, who also are jumping from, following one candidate to another, depending on where their bread is buttered. Nobody's really bothered about the interests of the populace or the quality of governance that these people have to provide. So once you have the money and then you feel you have a few, undiscerning supporters, then you can consistently move if your bread is buttered in the right area. And then also, lastly on this, because we have not applied the law strictly, you know that it is part of our constitution that once you defect from, as a sitting lawmaker, once you defect from a particular party, political party that, or those platform you were elected as a lawmaker, you automatically lose your seat. But because in some cases you find the speaker or the Senate president defecting also, so it becomes difficult to enforce these aspects of the law, and then the court are also not helping matters, because most of the matters that are taken to court are housed there, and judgment is a long time coming. So that is why it will not go away soon until we have a mechanism immediately activating the provision of the law once the candidate defects, the lawmaker defects from his party to another party.
Well, legal expert and political affairs analyst Liberos Oshoma, thank you very much for your time.